are you also planning on coming to my wedding now, Faith? Jasmine, congratulations on getting married. And yes, I am planning on coming along to your wedding as well. I received your invitation a while back and made sure to RSVP, but perhaps you never heard anything about that yet? I have heard all about that already, and that's the whole reason I'm asking you if you're coming or not. Why would you be asking me if I'm coming or not again then? You're still planning to come to my very special day even though you're in a wheelchair? Why would you do that? And actually, what do you have against me that makes you want to come and ruin the one day I ask for everything to be perfect? So that's what all this is about then. What you're telling me, Jasmine, is that you don't actually want me to come to your wedding then. And that's why you're trying to make it seem as though I'm going to come to your wedding with the want to destroy it? I'm not just trying to make it seem that way, though. I know that when you come into the wedding hall in that moving jail cell of yours, you're going to make sure the whole atmosphere goes sour. What do you actually think you're doing coming to my wedding in that thing? I'm telling you that there will be no place for disabled people like you at my wedding. I don't need you to have a seat or anything prepared for me anyway, as I'm already sitting and can just roll up behind everyone else. I'm sure that it may be difficult for me to see such things if I'm behind a bunch of other people, but I'll make things work when I get there. You really want to come to my wedding that badly, huh? Don't you realize that having to cater to a cripple during the whole day will cause others to become stressed out? Seriously, why the hell are you wanting to come to the wedding? It's a mystery to me. You're going to be a huge disturbance for everyone, yet you still think it's okay to come? A disturbance? You really think I'm going to allow myself to get in everyone else's way while I'm there? Actually, can you explain to me in detail how I'm going to be a disturbance to everyone at your wedding? I'm sure you'll have a hard time giving me some examples of that, so perhaps you should stop trying to make me out as some sort of heartless monster. Well, it's only natural that the one being a huge disturbance wouldn't bother thinking about all the problems they can cause. You're being pretty rude today, Jasmine. But I guess I should be expecting that sort of behavior from you. Well, I understand how you feel about me coming on your once-in-a-lifetime day. But you're not the only person that's allowed to invite people to your wedding, and it seems to me that someone else would really like me to be there. So what choice should I make when it comes to me coming or not? It's still your wedding after all, so if you really do want me to stay away from your wedding, then I'll listen to you and do as you wish. I know that my brother wants you to be there, but he's way too nice of a person to tell you the truth to your face. I mean, that's probably the whole reason behind him ending up with a crippled woman in the first place. He was too nice to say no to you back then, and even now he can't bring himself to say no to you and tell you the reality of things. Maybe he just likes to be a charitable person, and this was his way of sacrificing something he had for another, lesser being. What do you think about being a bit nicer to me, Jasmine? Not only are you being rude to me, but you've started to say things about Hank that I'm sure he'd be upset about. You're the one feeding off his kindness, so what makes you think I care about how I'm making you feel right now? Well, here's something for you, Faith. I do not see you as anyone close to my sister-in-law, okay? And the reason for that is because I felt very bad for my poor brother and the fact that he forced himself to be with you. How about you go try and tell something like that to Hank then instead of me? I'm sure that you letting him know how you'd feel about him and I will quickly get you the results a whole lot quicker than telling me. Because you sitting there going off on me like this is not going to get you anywhere or change anything between us at all. So if you really don't want me to come to your wedding and you have a good reason for it, then tell your brother that and see what he thinks. Faith, you're really a pain to deal with and a disgusting woman. I'm asking you to stay away from my wedding with the hopes that my brother never has to know the real reason why. Without him knowing why you don't want me there? You know that he's going to become suspicious about things the moment I don't come with him to the wedding hall. I have no idea why you even think it's possible to hide something like that from him. Oh, maybe you're trying to say that you don't want him finding out about how twisted of a soul you have and about the way you've been talking to me right now? Shut up! Listen to me, Faith, if you actually do come to my wedding, then I'm never going to forgive you for it. And another thing, if you say anything to my brother that would cause him to suspect I've done anything, I'll make you regret ever coming around him or I. So if you'd like to find out what I'll do to you after coming, then be my guest. At least in my case, if I were you, I'd stay away and not even try to poke the bear, which is me. Well, if you're saying that you don't want me talking with your brother about any of this, then how am I supposed to stay away from your wedding without him noticing? I'm sure if you put some thought into all of this, you would understand why what you're asking for is not making any sense. How about to stop myself from being a disturbance at the wedding, I just show up for a little bit to say hi to everyone and then head back home? That should be okay with you, right? I'm telling you that I don't even want to see your face on my special day. Well, I'm trying to think of what to do for your sake, Jasmine. Anyway, I need to go. Goodbye. And with that, have you finally been given the chance to think about all I'd said to you earlier? Maybe you came all the way here today to learn the truth about where you stand in this family and within society itself. Kicking me down on the day of your own dang wedding? Do you understand what you've just done to me, Jasmine? You've just gone and wrecked my wheelchair by doing all of that to me. Looking at you right now, you really do look like a fish out of water, wiggling around on the floor. You know, I had to kick you in that wheelchair after you came here uninvited. If it wasn't for that hunk of metal that you're stuck in, I wouldn't have had to go through all this work showing you that you don't belong here. So you kicked me down just because I'm in a wheelchair? Are you seriously going to tell me that you have no idea how horrible of a person you're being right now saying things like that to me? I get that you don't want me to be here today on your most important day, but are you not aware that you took things a bit too far to show me that? Just know that if you say anything about this to my brother, I'm going to kick you down even harder and send you to the hospital. It'd suck having to be kicked down again, even now that you don't have anything to help you move around anymore, right? Hearing that I'll do it again to you should help make your choice pretty clear right now, right? Jasmine, you've shown me today that no matter what I try saying to you about the way you've been treating me, my words will never enter your ears. I've told you plenty of times now. I don't even see you as my sister-in-law, so you should not be coming to my wedding. What kind of stranger thinks it's okay to come into some random person's wedding like you have, especially when you're a cripple? I'm not going to have a place for you here, so you're just wasting everyone's time and energy by barging in. I can see that you're having a great time saying such discriminating things about me, but do you really now see how disgusting of a person you're being right now? I'm not going to listen to anything a low-life cripple has to say about me. Especially one that's just been kicked down after showing up to a wedding for someone she doesn't even know and was never invited to. And why would I ever invite you to my wedding when you're stuck in that chair? If after being kicked out of that chair has taught you anything about your position in this world, then go ahead and leave my wedding.
Then, we're heading home as well.
Huh?
This would be Faith's husband, and since it seems you're taking things that far, we're going to head home ourselves.
Huh? Hank? Faith's husband would be you, right, Hank? What are you going on about? Today is your little sister's wedding, right? I'm sorry that I have to kick your wife out of here, but my older brother leaving my wedding to go back home isn't okay, right? You're part of my family.
Well, Faith is part of my family, and I'm not going to let you continue to harass her the way you have been. And to make sure that it can never happen again between you and her, I'm going to be cutting ties with you.
Hold on, man. Do you even understand what you're saying to me, Hank? You're supposed to be nice all the time, right? So why are you saying something so scary to me right now? Did something change inside you? Because you're acting really strange. Did Faith end up saying something to you that she shouldn't have?
Before you start to even question the way I'm acting right now, how about you take a look at what you've done to her and answer that question? You literally just kicked my wife out of her wheelchair at your own wedding. There's no way in hell I'm going to be forgiving you for doing something so ridiculous to her.
I told you to hold on a second. Are you really this upset with me right now over something like that? The way you're treating me is really worrying me now. What should we do about this? After hearing something like that from your normally kind and precious older brother, you're probably starting to sweat now, right? Huh? Is this you, Faith? What was up with that? Are you trying to give me a freaking heart attack with that crap? Trying to fake being my brother and sending messages like that is the worst thing you could do to the bride on her wedding day. I'm not going to continue talking to someone that's a complete freak if she can't talk about things with me like an adult. That's what I've been thinking about you, Jasmine. What? What you just heard from Hank was actually typed by him. And after what he's heard about you and the way you've been treating me, he is very upset and will probably not take things lightly around you anymore. Actually, he's going to talk about this with some family and friends now. Huh? He's going to talk about what with all of them right now? Oh, they're starting to say that they all want to leave as well now. What? What the hell are you talking about, Faith? I'd really like it if you stopped talking like a crazy person around me and started to explain what all of that means, please. Everyone is starting to make it seem as though they're fine with cutting ties with you, so don't worry about what they're all doing. As of right now, they've all sided with me on thinking that you're acting like a jerk because of everything you've said and done to me. There's no way they'd all side with you, though. They're all family and friends of mine. Why are they starting to side with a stranger, and a crippled stranger at that? Jasmine, the whole reason for that is that what you'd done to me was not the right thing to do. What did I do to you? When it comes to everything you've done, everything you've thought of, it's all been wrong. And not just wrong, but far from normal, actually. And Hank being pissed at you is the correct response to all of that. And right now, everyone is beginning to walk out of the building, and I think I'm going to head home myself now. Wait a second. Are you actually telling the truth right now? Now you have yourself a wonderful day doing this wedding with none of your friends or family around. And as for the wheelchair of mine that you've ruined, I'll be coming to you later to get the money to repair it. You can understand me doing that, right? You want to come and get money from me now? What the hell? I've never heard of anyone ever doing that to someone for teaching them a simple lesson. I told you everything just a second ago, Jasmine. You can read, can't you? What I said is that you've wrecked my wheelchair after kicking me out of it. For some reason, an idiot like you thought it was a good idea to kick me out of the one thing that I rely on to get around, as well as broke it in the process. So now I need to take my wheelchair in to be repaired, and you're going to be the one paying for all the repairs that need to be made to it. Not only is the structure of it bent, but you also broke one of the front wheels off the chair. That'll only cost a few $100s to repair, right? Well, it would be nice if it only cost that much, but based off all the damage you've done, it'll cost way more than that. But I have no way of paying you that kind of money right now. Also, my family and friends leaving my wedding is crazy, right? If my husband and his family find out about all of this, things will go way downhill for me. Well, it looks to me like they already know all about what's going on here today between you and I, but... Huh? What do you mean by that? What happened between you and I? I'm saying that they know about how you came up to me and kicked me out of my wheelchair and onto the floor, as well as broke my wheelchair in the process. Apparently, one of your husband's family members saw this all go down, and since you're in your wedding dress, they know it had to have been you doing that to me. They then went ahead and told your husband about all of that in a panic. Wait, what you're saying should have never happened today. Crap. Now they're saying that they want this wedding to be canceled after what's happened. Well, that would be the best choice after what everyone's heard and seen from you. Now, even your husband's side of the family is shocked by the character you've displayed today, and I'm sure they all don't want you staying married to your husband. And that poor family member that had to witness all of that in the first hand today, I'm sure they never expected you to be the kind of person that thinks it's okay to kick someone out of their wheelchair. But I'm sure anyone would have been shocked by seeing that. This is all way too screwed up. Saying that they want this wedding to be canceled now. All I wanted was for cripples like you to stay out of my wedding. That's it. It was also that my day and my husband's day would be perfect and not ruined by someone who can't stand up on their own. Why did you have to come here today and ruin everything that I worked so hard for? This is all your fault that I'm going to have to leave here today with no fond memories of my husband and I. I told you that you're a disturbance, yet you came here anyway. Perhaps this is all happening because you've acted like a schoolyard bully today? Excuse me? Just because I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean that I was the one being a disturbance to everyone today. I think that the reason your wedding is going to be canceled is because you thought it was a good idea to do all of that ridiculous crap to me. And now everyone knows the real you. So stop trying to blame your wedding going under on me when all I did was come into the wedding hall and say hi. And now your brother is fed up with you, Jasmine. So when I say that he's planning on cutting ties with you, I'm being serious. There's no freaking way, though, that he'd want to cut ties with me. Stop trying to say things like that for my brother without him being here to defend himself. Do you really think that I'm lying about what he said? You just heard him a second ago, right? He said it himself that he doesn't want you coming around us anymore. In other words, saying he's cutting ties with you. He knows the truth about what you've done to me and knows that you have no intention of being nice to me anymore. Not that you ever were, though. Before today, I was actually doing my very best to keep myself from telling Hank about the way you'd been treating me. But after what you've done today, and with one of your husband's family members witnessing everything, there's no way to hide your disgusting behavior from anyone anymore. And so after explaining everything to Hank, this is the result. Explained everything to him? He has not heard everything just yet. All I had to do was tell him about what you'd done today, as well as show him all the texts you'd sent me recently, and that was enough for him to have a very good understanding of what you think of me. Well, look, this is all really screwed up. It looks like he's already gone and told everyone about us now, and they're all leaving the building now. This is not good for me. Faith, come back here. If you start making your way back here now, you'll be able to tell them that everything's okay and that my wedding can go back to normal. I'm sure that we can get my husband's family to understand and keep them from having this whole wedding canceled. I'm your sister-in-law, so please get back here. I'm not going back there. And after what you've done to my wheelchair, there's no way I'll be making my way back there. I can't walk on my own, right? What kind of weak reasoning is that? You have that wheelchair still, and I'm sure it's not that broken. You still have 3 wheels on it, right? Just hop back into that and wheel yourself back here. Do you really want to just let my wedding fall apart after all the hard work I've put into it? Your wedding and all the work you've put into it have nothing to do with me. You told me that I'm just a stranger to you, so why would anything that has to do with you bother me in any way? And now your brother is cutting ties with you, so you won't even have a way of coming to us asking for our help or our sympathies after what you've done to yourself. So don't try to make it seem as though I need to care about anything regarding you, because I never will. And anyway, even if I wanted to come back there and help you fix the problems you've made for yourself, you said that cripples like me are not allowed to come into that wedding. I know the rules you've laid out very well now, so don't think you can trick me into coming back. Me not coming back to that place is okay, right? I don't want to be kicked down a second time, especially now that both my hands are all scraped up and my wrists hurt a little bit. I know I said things like that before about you, but this time it's okay for you to come back and see the wedding. Please come back here and help save my wedding. If you don't come back here and make things right, then my brother will never come back here to see me on my very special day. And if he isn't here to talk my family and friends back into staying for the wedding, then it can never happen and will be ruined. Well, what about just giving up on the wedding and calling it a day after all this, Jasmine? I'm sorry, but to me, I don't think your husband is going to want to stay with you anymore now. And as for everyone else, I think they can all agree with me that after showing your true colors today, they don't want to stick around anymore. Would anyone want to watch someone have their wedding after they kicked someone out of their wheelchair and laughed while doing it, all before running away right after? I'm sorry, but whatever poor family member had to witness that will never approve of you having a wedding with your husband now. Well, even if you think that, when I did all of that to you, I thought I was doing the right thing and protecting my wedding. Well, that way of thinking is something that a lot of us here do not agree with. I've seen lots of people that are like you who happen to look down on me for being in a wheelchair and all of that, but I've never had anyone think it's okay to kick someone out of their wheelchair and laugh about it. What you'd done was really the first time I'd ever actually felt bad for myself having to end up with both my legs being unusable. Before, I was able to just ignore everyone, but this time, you took things too far. Looking down on you? Discrimination? I didn't plan on discriminating you in any way, though. Even if you didn't plan on it, the way you acted today was discrimination. And that was made clear as day to everyone at the wedding. Have you started to understand what everyone around you thinks about what you've done? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if you understand or not, since the outcome of your actions will have little to do with me. So really, you can keep thinking you were in the right for what you'd done to me, and I won't care. Now this is goodbye forever, you pile of crap. Forever? You're cutting ties with me as well now? Why wouldn't I be? My husband is going to be cutting ties with you to help protect me from your actions, so I'm joining him to make sure that you never have the opportunity to come near me again. Now, I hope that things can still go well for you today with that wedding, but I highly doubt they will. In the end, what Jasmine had said and done to me was shown to her husband, and after being so surprised by finally shown the true Jasmine, he asked for the whole wedding to be canceled and that everyone who was still there go home. Most of the people on his side of the family were also on their way out by this time, so hearing from him that he wanted them out of there was no surprise. She was also told that she'd have to pay for the cancellation fees regarding the canceled wedding and that her husband wouldn't be paying a cent of it. The total price ended up being around $50,000, which I'm sure she won't be able to pay off immediately. But that's what borrowing money is for, and I'm sure she'll have to be doing a lot of that to afford the cleanup after the mess she'd made. After that day, Jasmine's husband filed for divorce, and after that went through, he and his family cut ties with her and never even bothered to say goodbye. When all of that had finished, Jasmine thought that she still had the chance to get her brother and I to forgive her for what she'd done. But after coming to our house to try and beg for our forgiveness, we shut the door in her face and told her that the next time she showed up to the house, we'd have the police come and arrest her. The one nice thing about her coming to the house, though, was that I was able to hand her the bill for my wheelchair repairs and said that she had a month to pay me back or else I'd take her to court and have my lawyer handle her. I still think hearing and seeing all of that from her brother and I really set her mind straight and showed her that what she'd done was really not okay with anyone. But it's too late now for her mind to be set straight, as her family and husband are no longer around her anymore and have no plans of coming back to her. That poor little idiot. Hey, Celine, could you hurry it up and make me something to eat now? I'm tired from my super long day of working today. And my stomach has been rumbling for the past 2 hours now, so get going and make me some food. Huh? You're not the only one who's really tired right now from their day. I'm with your dad right now taking care of him, so could you please make something for yourself tonight? Huh? Why do I have to be told what to do by someone who doesn't even leave this house to go to work? You've been in this house all day long, so you make me my food. Why should I have to do anything here when you've had all day to prepare me something? That's how things should work. Hey, I work a remote job right now from this house, and while doing so, I'm also caring for your father. So don't think that I'm just laying around all day doing nothing here. So that means you're the head of caring for everyone, right? Well, if that's the case, then you should be doing all the cleaning in this house as well. This house smells like crap right now. Shouldn't taking care of that smell be your responsibility or something? Huh? I don't think there's any kind of bad smell right now in the house. What are you supposedly smelling? It smells like a pigsty. It's that smell that comes off old people, like my dad. Perhaps your nose is good for nothing now, since you've been around him all this time? Well, if the smell is all right with you, then so be it. But I want you to make me my food right now. I am tired from my very long day of work. So hurry the hell up and make me dinner. What the heck has gotten into you, seriously? Why do you think you have any right to be talking to me like that right now, Mandy? I'm in the same boat as you right now, working a job all day long. A job that can be done from the comfort of your bed shouldn't even be considered a job. I actually leave this house and work all day long, sweating my butt off, making money. So don't you even begin to compare yourself to me. I cannot believe you. The reason I am in this house right now is to care for your guys' bedridden father while Mike is out of the house for work. And yet this is how I'm going to be talked to by you? Who cares what you think about yourself being in this house? The fact that you even think of yourself as someone important just grosses me out. We are your family, so of course you had to come out here while Mike's gone to take care of us. Well then, why are you, of all people, not doing anything to help out right now? This is your father, after all, who you are related to by blood. Huh? Like I've been saying, I am tired. Are you even listening to me right now? Something like taking care of my bedridden dad should be left to my older brother's wife to take care of. And I like to think you should be thanking me right now for not making an even bigger fuss about this crappy smell in the air. This is your own father, Mandy. Well, he smells like dog crap. Now, once you've gone and lit a candle or something, come and make me dinner, all right? I want this house to smell like flowers or something, so that I don't have to smell my dad's stank while eating my meal. Understood?
So for the past 6 months or so, have things always been like that there?
Yes, Greg. I came here for the sake of taking care of your father, and so I've just been taking all this crap from her, but I cannot do this anymore. Recently, she hasn't even been coming back to the house anymore, and when she does, she only wants me to take care of her while she does whatever she wants. It's better that she just stay out of this house, as I can actually take time to focus on my job and your father. So honestly, I hope she gets the hint.
I can't believe it. She's never acted like that around me. And if she did...
For some reason, she really just doesn't like the fact that I'm staying in your father's house. Which is strange, because if I were to leave this place, she'd never be able to manage anything.
Hey now, Celine, you should have told me all about this a whole lot sooner.
I couldn't say this to any of you. You've been out of state for over 6 months now, doing one of the most important jobs ever, right? You shouldn't have to be worried about your father or your sister any while you're out there, since there's not much you can do anyway from there. So I just held myself together for as long as I could and took whatever your sister's been giving me.
Thank you so much for thinking about me. And I'm so sorry for what you've gone through. I'm sure all of this has really changed your perspective about my family.
Hey, you don't have to worry. I'm sorry. None of this is your fault, as your sister has only herself to blame. I really love your father after all, so doing everything I can to care for him is what I've wanted. But, of course, there's still Mandy.
No, she's going to be my responsibility now. I never knew that she was that toxic deep down. And as of right now, I am so thankful of the fact that you've left your own home to move in with my father and do everything from the chores to the cooking for him. You told me you'd do everything for him, and that makes me so happy. So I wanted to help out too, by supporting you.
You did say quite a few times that you'd come around to help at some point.
I know. Yet this whole time, you've been doing pretty much everything for both my father and I. I just wish I could be there to help. I feel like a liar for not being there with you both.
But what about your sister and what she'll have to say when you come back? She might think that you're lying to her when you have a talk, and might think that I'm the one forcing you to speak up.
Well, I suppose that could always happen. Actually, very recently, I felt something off about Mandy as well. I've started to think that one of the reasons she's always out of the house now is because she's cheating.
I see. Recently, she has been out of the house more than she's been around us, so I could definitely see her going out and having an affair right now. Although the only thing she'd been telling me is that she's busy with work right now and has to stay later in the evening to finish things up.
Does Mike have any idea that this is going on right now?
Mike is always very busy with his own work, and so he never has any time to talk with me about Mandy at all. There was one time I had a chance to talk with him about her, and so he did give her a warning about her attitude and such. But that didn't seem to faze her at all. And, well, Mike's always been a bit soft when it comes to drama like this. He has been trying his best to help out around the house, though, when he is home and has time.
Is that right? So while I've been away, a lot of things have changed with all of you. Well, anyway, I'm really sorry for all the things that have happened to you, Celine. And I appreciate the fact that you're still continuing to stay with my dad and take care of him. I can't believe that Mandy's not doing anything at all to care for her dad. It's saddening, to say the least. I always thought that since Mandy's mother has passed away, and she was left with only her dad and brother to raise her, she'd be really thankful towards them.
That's what I was thinking for a while as well. Seeing her behave the way she is now, it's just depressing and unbelievable.
I have an idea about this. I don't want to believe that Mandy's really that kind of person deep down. So I think right now is the perfect chance to give it one last go at seeing if she's still the Mandy I thought she was or not.
Hey, Greg, are you doing all right? I heard that while you've been out of state on that business trip, you got yourself a bit hurt.
That's right. I should be out of this hospital pretty soon here. But for a while, I'm going to have to stay in a wheelchair until I'm 100% again. I'm sorry. For the time being, I'm going to need your help with things at home, since I really don't have any way of getting everything done by myself.
Of course, I'm your wife after all, so I'll make sure you're taken care of. The only thing is, right now I've been very busy with work and everything, so in terms of timing, it might be a bit difficult for me. But right now, Celine is at my dad's house. So she can help you out when you're here, and I'll try my best to help out when I can.
Thank you for your quick response, Mandy. And as for Celine, I'll never be able to repay her for all she's done here.
You have that right. I really am thankful for what she's done. But I'm sure her taking care of everyone is so much fun, right? So you really don't have to feel sorry about her when she has to spend all day doing things for you and Dad, right?
Well, perhaps she does like doing all this.
Anyhow, for the time being, I want you to just be focused on getting your legs all healed up again so that you can walk on your own. Now, I need to get back to work.
It seems you've been working way more than you normally did back before I left on my trip. Tell me, from what time until what time do you have to work every day?
Huh? Well, that all depends on the day, so I can't give you a very good answer to that. But just be aware that I've normally been having to work from early morning to late night. That's why I'm never able to help Celine with anything at home.
Is that so? Have you and her been doing all right together?
Of course. But when it comes to her, she can sometimes be too easy to upset. There are definitely times when her and I will have little arguments and such. But I'm an adult, so I know how to handle all of that back talk from her. You don't have to worry about any of it.
I see. Well, as long as you have it all under control with her, then I can relax. I'm sorry for taking up some of your time, Mandy. Good luck with the rest of your work today.
Thank you. And you take care as you get ready to be released from that hospital. Hey, Celine, you're going to have to take care of my husband from now on as well, all right? Please and thank you. You've been in charge of caring for my dad this whole time, so you should be all right caring for another person, right? Thanks. I'm sorry, but I am not caring for him. Huh? What are you talking about? If you're not going to do it, then who else will? Not only have you not been taking care of your own father, but now you're going to have someone else care for your husband too? Are you kidding me, Mandy? And like I'd said, you're in charge of caring for everyone around here, all right? Why should I have to do any of that crap when you're the one who does it? It's not like you have anything else going on, and so far all you've been doing is squatting in our house without having to pay to be here, right? Excuse me? Squatting? The reason I'm having to live with you right now in this house is because I am taking care of your father for you. I never came to this place to just sit around all day and do nothing, okay? Would you just shut up already? Take care of Greg for me. I am very, very busy with work right now. I'd love to care for my husband and my dad, but I physically can't right now. I'm in the same situation, yet you don't see me whining about it, do you? I'm putting in that extra 10% of effort each day to make sure your father is comfortable and living. Things will only get tougher as your dad gets older and as Greg comes home, so just do your best to make things work. This is pissing me off. Please, for God's sake, take care of my freaking husband. I have no idea how to care for another person, and I have a lot of work that I need to attend to every day. All you have to do is help your husband out with the things he can't do on his own, all right? Things like pushing his wheelchair around for him when he goes out and lifting things up for him that he can't get out on his own. It's all not that hard of stuff, so come on and stop the whining already. Stop that! Hey, how much longer do you plan to stay away from this house without saying anything to anyone? Have you not been around to take care of Greg at all? I told you I have a lot of things to do at work. You should be the one to take care of him, right? You and him seem to get along so well with one another. You keep on giving me the excuse that you're so busy with work every day, but how busy are you now where you haven't even been able to come home for days? This is a world that a shut-in like yourself would never be able to understand. You poor child. By the way, you are a frickin' stranger to me, so I'm not going to listen to you telling me what to do. So this really means you're not going to do anything else for Greg then? It already sounds like you've been ignoring all his calls and texts now, so I can't blame him for being really sad right now about his own wife ignoring him. I have no plans of going back to that house to care for Greg. You do it for me. Oh, but make sure you take care of him and my dad well enough that things don't smell like crap again, all right?
So that's the real kind of woman you are.
What? Greg? What's going on with you right now? The real kind of woman? What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about all that stuff you were saying to Celine. So this whole time, you haven't seemed to care at all about your father or myself, and would rather have your sister-in-law care for us instead of you.
Wait, I never said anything like that. I still care about you both. I just happen to have a lot of work that I need to take care of still. And, well, that keeps me from coming home a lot of the time. Right now, if there's anything I'm physically able to do for you guys, I'll do it because I really want to.
You liar! I heard all about this from Celine already, okay? While I was away on that business trip that got cut short by the accident, you went and forced Celine to do everything for both your father and you. You would even force her to do the most simple of things like cooking you dinner and lighting a candle. Things that a woman your age should be able to do easily.
And during those times, I am busy with work, so I had no choice but to have her help. How many times do I have to tell you this, Greg? Right now it feels like you all are trying to pick on me and the work I'm having to do.
Yesterday, I gave your office a call. Your manager, or the man who was your manager, told me you quit your job there half a year ago.
Huh? Why would you call my office like that without asking me first?
Shush. What did he mean by you quit your job half a year ago and haven't been back to that office since? What happened to all those excuses you've kept on using, saying you've been so very busy with work?
I just changed jobs half a year ago is all, Greg. By the way, I explained all of this to you before. Do you not remember any of this?
I was never given any explanation from you, Mandy. Now quit your lying and tell me the truth for once. Tell me the truth about how, for the past 6 months now, you've been cheating on me with another man.
What?
When I had to leave for that trip, you found it to be the perfect chance for you to go out and meet with another man multiple times, right? What am I saying? You've gone out to see him pretty much every day for the past 6 months now, leaving Celine at home to take care of your father and all the housework. You're a real dick for doing something like that.
Why do you... But you were out of the state for work, right?
In order to get all the evidence I needed of you cheating, I hired someone to go and investigate you further. The investigator was able to get an audio recording from the man you've been with, and was even able to get other evidence to help me solidify the case.
But Greg, I had no other choice, all right? For the past 6 months, I've been totally lonely here without you. I've been having to worry about my father as well as deal with my job, all while you were never around me.
You haven't been caring for your father or working for the past half a year, asshole! Stop it with all your incessant lies!
No, wait, I was about to say...
No, you weren't. I knew what was going on, but I wanted to give my wife the benefit of the doubt and trust that this was all just one huge misunderstanding on my part. That's why I told you I had injured my legs. I was really hoping that by hearing about your husband losing the ability to walk for a while, you'd come back to me and prove that you had always been mine. But instead, you continued to use your fake job as an excuse. And not only were you not taking care of me, but you wouldn't even come back home.
What? Huh? What are you going on about? Wait, you're telling me that your legs being all messed up was a giant lie?
I made that all up in order to see who the real you was. But now, I'm well aware of who you are.
You're an asshole for lying to me about something like that.
I'm not going to take that from a bitch that's been cheating on me for 6 months and lying about it. We are getting a freaking divorce now. I'm sure you knew this was coming though, right? I already hired a lawyer with me, so I'll get to work with him and make sure you pay me for every lie you've ever told. I hope your 6 months away from work didn't use up all of your savings.
Wait a second. Hey! Hey, do something about all of this. Things have really turned upside down for me, all right? You were the one cheating this whole time, so this is exactly what you deserve. I have no reason to be helping you get out of that mess now, and actually I really can't wait for you to burn in hell after this. Jesus, you are such a freaking witch, do you know that? Me going out and having fun with another man has nothing to do with you, right? That's totally right, and that's why your problems that you're facing now have nothing to do with me. The only people that I have anything to do with now are your father, Greg, and Mike. Wait, so does this mean you knew about how Greg had been lying to me? Oh, you're talking about how he faked having bad legs? I knew about that. Greg didn't want to believe that you were really as toxic as you are, so he lied in order to see if you were really faithful to him or not. That poor man, Greg. If he was lying to you, then you should have told my dad or something. Why would you play along with Greg in trying to set me up like that? Are you still not aware? Right now, your father is on his last leg and has been suffering from dementia. What? This whole time I've been taking care of him, he's been calling me Mandy instead of Celine. He would always say things like, "I'm sorry, Mandy, I'm sorry." Is that right? This whole time, your father's been thinking that you've been taking care of him, even though it's me. I'm sure for him that's the best outcome, as he wouldn't have been as happy knowing his daughter was never around to care for him. He would have had to learn that the daughter he raised all by himself would rather go out and cheat on her husband than stay home to care for her loving father. That's all been going on? Dad's thought I've been the one caring for him? Are you starting to understand now? Well, I'm sorry, but it's too late now. We're having you kicked out of the house. But you'll be just fine with that, right? Huh? You want me out of my own dad's house? Why do you, of all people, think you can choose to do something like that to me? That place isn't even your house. I'm sorry to say this, but I have every right to kick you out. After all, this house is Mike's. Ever since your father became older and fell ill, Mike has been the one paying things off, like the loan. But in order to do so, he had to have his name on the place, so your father gave it to him. And from what Mike has told me, he's cutting ties to you for being such a heartless and self-centered woman. So the only thing you can do now is come here and get your things. What? All of this and that going on in my life right now, and now you're going to make me an outcast, huh? Shut up, you were the one who casted your whole family out. Now you get your butt over here and grab all your things. Hey, come on now, I get it already, I messed up. But from now on, I'll make sure to take care of my dad, okay? There is no longer any chance for you, Mandy. Nobody can trust you anymore, and none of us want to anyway. It's over for you. Pack it up and get out of our lives. Wait! Hey, Mandy, what the frick is all of this about now? You got divorced from Greg, and the whole family has said goodbye to you forever. Just because you've come all the way back to this house again doesn't mean anyone is going to let you back in. Do you understand that? I know that, but I can't live on with the way things are. Because of that settlement I had to pay Greg, I am in really bad debt now. And so far I've had to live life without a job and a house. Why are you still whining like you're a victim? You were the one who caused all of this, and now you're having to pay up for what you'd asked for. I don't care that your life sucks now and that you're too immature to handle it. You deserve to not live on too much longer. What the hell? I had no other choice but to come all the way back home. Both my brother and Greg have gone and blocked me, so you're my only hope now. I had no other choice but to come here and see you. I am doing everything I can to stay alive, all right? And your father is in the same boat. What? Your dad did everything he could to stay alive, and I mean everything. He would go saying he was sorry for all the actions his daughter had taken to people like myself and Greg and Mike while trying to go through rehab. Yet while all of that had been happening, you continued to ignore him and never bothered to even stop by and say hi. Wait, but And over time, as things started to get worse again, he began to call me Mandy, thinking that you'd actually come around to wanting to care for your own father. This all has been hell for me because I've had to watch as a poor old man who did everything for his daughter got ignored by her and treated like he was nothing. Well, if it's so bad for you, then why don't you leave that house now? Huh? I mean, my father is still calling you Mandy, thinking that you're me, right? Well then, if you leave that house and let me in, then the problem can be solved and you'll no longer have to feel bad for him. I will be able to live there again and I can take care of him now, all right? I know better than to fall for that. You just want to be back in here so that you can have a free place to crash again, right? I'm done with you. No point in talking with you anymore, is there? If you're going to continue hanging out in front of this house, then I'm going to call the police and have them get you off our property. Hey, come on now, please. At least let me come in and take a shower or something. I haven't had a shower in weeks. Just let me clean myself off, please. I can't do that or else you'll stink up the inside of this house. I have to remember what you said to me and do my job and make sure the inside of this house doesn't start smelling like crap. After that, Mandy used a rock from out in the yard to bust through the glass front door and made her way into the house. But before she could even get herself into the shower, the police showed up and tackled her to the bathroom floor while she was only in her underwear. They handcuffed her and took her out to a squad car, where they then went and took her away to the county jail. She was taken to court later that week and charged with breaking and entering and vandalism for breaking down the front door of the house. These two charges would only add fuel to the fire that was her debt, as she would now have to owe us even more money through a settlement. Her secret boyfriend from before had run off after Greg went and got a settlement from him as well. So now Mandy is truly all on her own as she goes back to the streets to live as a homeless again. But not too long after, she was arrested again, for robbery this time, and would be put into jail for a year. But at least she has a place to sleep and clean up now. I hope that place will teach her a couple of unforgettable lessons, or at the very least, keep her from being a public menace for the next year. As for myself, I'm still living at home with my father-in-law, Greg, and my husband, where Greg and I have been working to take good care of everything. I still have to work full-time remotely, but things have lightened up a bit with Greg around the house during the afternoon to help out. Mike, unfortunately, still has a lot on his plate when it comes to his job, but he said it'll only be a few more months before he's able to come around the house more and help us all out. My father-in-law is still calling me Mandy and thinks that I really am her, which is a bit upsetting to me at times, but I think this is best for everyone, as he'll never have to find out how truly disgusting his daughter really is. There are still plenty of difficult things to do here, but without Mandy around causing trouble anymore, things seem a lot more peaceful and enjoyable.
Hey, you useless high school dropout. Riddle me this. When are you actually gonna pack your shit and leave the house, huh? I don't really need you at all anymore. We're done using you. You're used up. Figure it out, man.
Oh my god, Mom, you're gonna start this crap again? I'm in the middle of my job right now. I just started my shift. I really don't want to sit here and listen to you bitch and moan at me while I'm working. I hear enough of that crap and I'm finally home after a 12-hour shift.
What are you talking about? You're a high school dropout. That's what you deserve. So you're telling me that the only thing you can do is talk back to your own parents? Just another thing you fail at?
That's not what I'm talking about. And that's not what's going on right now. Why do you want to make fun of the fact that I'm a high school dropout right now? What do you have to gain from it? I literally dropped out of high school because I had to help you and Dad anyway. It's not like I didn't want to go to school.
Yeah, here we go again with your lies. The only reason that you're a high school dropout is because you're a useless loser. Don't try to shift the blame on your parents. You're just a useless moron who is of no use to society or anyone in it. You're just a trash lowlife.
You really need to cut it out, Mom. You're going way too far. Be honest with me here. You know that I didn't just drop out of high school because I didn't want to go, right? I started working right out of middle school because I had to pay off the loans and debts that you two accrued. You two! My parents! It has nothing to do with my worth.
I don't know what you're talking about at all, silly. Don't be making things up like that. I don't know what you're doing exactly. I heard something about a security guard or something. I don't care. But that job is literally the worst thing you could have possibly done. I mean, how could you possibly be proud of that? You really need to look at how Jerry is living his life. He's a better role model than you'll ever hope to be.
What the hell? Why would you say that it's the worst thing? I've been working hard and tirelessly. And not to mention that almost every penny that I've earned has been sent straight to you and Dad. You really gonna take all that money from me and still say that I'm the absolute worst when my job is giving you that money? I've been doing this for over 10 years, Mom. Over 10 years I've been sending you and Dad money while I worked hard. And yet you still look down on me like that. I'm actually kind of impressed by how much you're able to look down on me.
Jerry has already graduated from his college top of the class and has a top-level firm ready to hire him. He's going to be making bank as soon as he starts. Do you know what that means? It means we don't need you anymore. Put another way, it means you need to pack your stuff and get the hell out of the house. You living here is just a massive waste of electricity and utility bills. You're gonna pay for that too?
You're really going that far? I really feel like I've earned my place. The only reason that he was able to go to college at all is because I was able to earn enough money to support him and you guys while he attended. He's still taking out student loans. He's still taking out student loans though because it wasn't enough for him to finish up everything and live. It sounds like he's borrowing from other sources though, not just legit student loans. That's none of my business though.
What the hell are you talking about, Russell?
I really hope that he's already returned all of his debt, for his sake and yours. But again, that's none of my business. So he's found a job, huh? I'm glad to hear that. It sounds like things are looking up for him.
Yeah, he really deserves this job. Unlike you, he's elite and is going to work at a corporate firm and make the big money. He's literally everything his dropout older brother never could be. You're just a piece of lint compared to him.
You know, I've always known that you really love Jerry. That really has never surprised me at all, but like, come on, Mom. You've really got to be less hateful towards me. I worked hard for you and Dad, who, by the way, has disappeared to go get milk about 20 years ago. I did everything in my power to make sure this family stayed fed and relatively happy. I know you're happy that Jerry found a job. I really am happy for him too, Mom. It's not just you. But shouldn't you be at least a little thankful for me, his big brother too? I feel like it's a little bit weird for you to be out to hate me when I've literally supported you two.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm really done with this conversation. The point of all of this is that you're done. This is over. I don't need you to be around anymore. Can you please just get the hell out of this house? I really don't need you anymore. I'm going to go ahead and kick you out of the house. We're no longer going to be mom and son. Bye!
Wait, what are you talking about, Mom? We're no longer gonna be mom and son?
I told you that your younger brother found a job, right? They gave him a job offer and everything. I don't need you as a family member anymore. You're all used up. You're old news. Should I keep going? You're just a waste of money at this point. A money sink. I need you to get the hell out. Right now, I don't care what happens to you. The low life with a shit job. You might as well lose your job and become some hobo under a bridge or something. I wouldn't care. I'm definitely not going to help you out. We're going to cut ties and pretend we never existed to each other. You're no one to me. And don't even think about coming back to me to ask for money. It's useless. You won't get a single penny out of me, you leech.
What are you talking about? I would never want to ask you for money, Mom. I've never felt entitled to any of your money. You're gonna cut ties with me as soon as Jerry got a job offer? Seriously, Mom? After everything I've done for you? Are you losing it, Mom? Actually, how can you even be like that towards your own son, Mom? You must be out of your mind.
What? How am I out of my mind? As soon as the younger brother who's now destined to become an elite corporate member. We don't need the low-life older brother. Can anyone say scum? Don't ever interact with your brother or myself, okay? We don't need you anymore.
I actually pity you, Mom. I have no words for you. I can't believe that you'd cut me away like nothing ever happened after all that I've done for you and him. I'm not gonna put up with this anymore. You're not worth it.
Just make sure you pack your shit and leave ASAP, okay?
Look, right now I'm working, like I said earlier. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna do something productive with my life, okay? I heard you found a job, bro. Why didn't you tell me? It's a big-time corporate job too, right? Congratulations, you must have worked hard. Oh, that old bitch was talking about it! Sorry that I'm the only one that's able to be elite and you're just some low-life scum. Whatever. Are you sure you're able to pay back all your loans? I don't really care for any of the small talk coming from you. You've loaned some from me and had me take out some loans too, so you better make sure you pay everything back to me. Okay, I'm working for a huge corporation, so I won't be breaking a sweat along the way. But I'm not gonna pay off the loans that you took out, bro. You're crazy. What the hell? What are you talking about? You're my brother, right? My dearest and beloved older brother. I don't feel the need to return any money when it's just money that's been lent and moved around within the family. Come on, bro. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure to spend it all very carefully for myself. You can sleep easy at night knowing I'm gonna pocket all of your money. Better stop messing around, Jerry. I'm all out of patience. Do you realize how much I've loaned you over the years? Seriously, it must be in the tens of thousands by now. I've spent a lot of money on your tuition, too. You know, for the college that helped you land that sweet corporate job. I mean, it can't be helped, can it? You're literally useless when it comes to anything else. That's all you're good for. Huh? What do you mean? I'm saying that old hag is right about some things, and one thing she's right about is you and how to treat you. You're not smart, so you've been working as a security guard, right? You're headed straight to the gutters, bro, living amongst the other scum around you. I'm glad that at least I was smart and actually went to college using my brain instead of just dropping out of high school like some loser. No, what you're lucky about is that you were the second child. That's literally the only difference between you and me. When we were born, you had no reason to drop out of high school and go to work because you had your big brother. I actually liked high school too, you realize that? It's not like I didn't like going to high school. I mean, that's just how life is sometimes, you know? What can you do about it? You really just pulled the short straw. You should wish for better luck in the next time you're born. I don't have any regrets anymore because I worked out my demons from the past, but If that's the attitude you want to have, then I also have my own plans too. Don't think that I haven't learned a thing or two. Congratulations on your employment, though. I'm happy for you. I'm never gonna loan you any kind of money from now on, so don't ever come crying back to me for help. Do you understand?
I threw away all of your shit before you came back from your graveyard shift, just so you know. I'm not keeping it in the house.
Wait, what? What the hell?
If it hasn't been taken away by the trash guys yet, maybe you can be lucky and pick it up from the front of the house. But I don't want you to come inside the house anymore. Stay the hell outside of our house. Do you understand? You're not family anymore, you hear? We're strangers now. Hooray!
You being serious right now? This isn't some kind of prank? You took someone's belongings without asking about it and just threw it outside? And to throw it all away?
Of course not. I kept all of the stuff that looks like we would still be able to get some use out of it. You just make sure to take everything I've deemed as trash and useless, including yourself, and get the hell out, okay?
I'm so sick and tired of this. It's gone way too far. Everything I've ever done for you has been for a waste, huh? There was literally no point in me sticking out my head and taking one for the team. I've worked hard and tirelessly, day in and day out, to make sure that this family stays happy. And that's how you just throw me away like nothing ever happened? Like I'm just some garbage to be disposed of?
You're literally some low-life scum who dropped out of middle school. What the hell are you talking about? It's not like you have any rights. Don't worry, your younger brother, who's straight on the path to becoming a corporate elite employee, will be taking great care of me from now on. Can the useless idiot please just disappear for me? I need you to just be out of my life from now on.
That's why you don't thank me at all and just throw away all of my personal belongings? I'm at a loss for words, Mom. You're seriously gonna cut all ties with me, huh? You're being dead serious about us not being family anymore?
Yes. We don't need anyone like you in our family when you're just low-life scum. Don't you understand?
Okay, I understand. I will be doing the same thing then. You will be cut out of my life. I want to make sure that you understand we are strangers now, so we will not be talking to each other at all.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. You finally get it. I'm not going to give you a single penny back. All the money you've ever loaned me will be used for our future.
I don't need any of it back. I didn't plan on asking anyway. But promise me that you'll never ask me for more money either, because I'm not gonna help.
Why would anyone have to rely on you for any kind of help? Thank you so much for working so hard and spending your life against the other low-life scum to pay back our loans and debt. The younger one has finally secured a job, so we don't need you, the low-life security guard, to be around us anymore. Goodbye, shitty ATM.
All right, I'll take my stuff and leave then.
We're done with our family ties, too.
Yeah, sure, whatever, just like you asked. We'll cut our family ties. No more family. Goodbye, lady. You must be so happy that everything worked out in your favor, huh?
What's going on, Russell? When are you going to come back home to the house where your family is? You really should come back soon, shouldn't you? It's been way too long. I think you should come back home. Why are you being so stubborn? I've messaged you so much.
What? What the hell are you talking about, lady?
What do you mean, what the hell am I talking about? We haven't been able to pay off all of our bills recently. There are quite a few bills that need to be paid off. You should be getting pretty bored of running away from your home, right? Just come back already. I'm going to be expecting your return so that you can be paying off all of our bills. Thanks.
Shut the hell up! What are you smoking, lady? Who even are you? I don't know anyone like you.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
We already cut ties, right? I'm pretty sure you wanted to. What did you want from me now? Did you have some kind of goal? I don't have anything left to deal with you. You're just some random lady. I left the house just like you asked me. I didn't even ask to be thrown out. You practically evicted me. I cut ties with you just like you wanted. That is what you wanted, right? I'm not gonna go back to that house, just so you know. There's not a chance in hell.
Wait, hang on though. Can you at least hear me out? I could really use your help. Seriously. We really don't have any money anymore to even survive day to day. I'm really struggling, so I could really use your help ASAP. Just come home quickly, okay?
What? What the hell are you talking about after all of that speech that you gave me? Jerry got employed at his fancy elite corporate job, right? I was just in the way of his success? That's what you told me anyway. I literally just listened to everything you wanted of me. I didn't even want to, but I did it anyway because you asked me not so politely. We cut ties completely. We're strangers now. I have no intention of ever dealing with you at all. I really don't care what you say from here. Nothing you say will make me change my mind. It's a waste of time.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. It's not a waste of time. You know it's not. Jerry was supposed to go to work at this big-time corporate job to be an elite, but then he just left the job and ran away from home, leaving all of his loans and debt behind.
Ran away? What do you mean?
He said that he didn't want to work at some company for so long, and that he wasn't suited to be some kind of corporate slave. He said that he had to go to some kind of game event or something. I don't know. None of it really made sense at all. I didn't even listen after a little while because none of it made any sense. He apparently just left the office one day and never showed up again. He just went AWOL. No one knows where he is or what he's doing. He hasn't come home to our house either. I want to put out a missing persons report, but then he just tells me that he's alive, so he doesn't need to be searched at all. So there's no point in reporting it to the police. Even if I did report him missing, the police wouldn't do anything. They'd just think I'm crazy.
I mean, I would have seen that coming from a mile away. You should have known better than to trust that weasel.
What? What are you talking about?
Jerry is only really good on the surface. He gets along with most people initially, but he's never really interested in working hard or anything like that. He's been spoiled ever since he was young, so he's been spending money like crazy and doesn't know how to save money. That's why he's been running around borrowing money from myself and Lord knows who else. Probably anyone he could borrow from. He put all that money into games and gambling, which are apparently his favorite pastime or hobby. He's got so many loans and debt that he probably is drowning now. Up to his neck in debt, you know what I mean?
I don't know any of what you're talking about. I don't think any of that's true. But what are you talking about anyway? Gambling, loans, debt? Is this the same person?
Oh, someone didn't come by our house to try to get their money back? Some loan sharks or something?
What? What are you talking about?
It sounds like he won't be able to pay it back anyway, so yeah. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be responsible for his debt. I really expected the loan sharks to be showing up at your doorsteps by now.
What? Those people are loan sharks? I didn't know who those people were. I really couldn't believe that Jerry would possibly be taking out loans or something, so I turned them away from the house, but... Wait, so you're telling me that he's seriously taking out that many loans?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Even if you turn them away now, they're gonna come every single day until you pay them back what he owes. You know, it actually might be in your best interest to actually do your best to pay them back. I hear they don't like having missing money. Or maybe you can find Jerry somewhere and have him pay them back, so that you don't get beat up or something. I don't really care what happens though. He gets beat up, you get beat up. None of that matters to me at all anyway.
What do you mean it doesn't matter to you at all? You're my son. Of course it matters to you. My physical safety should be relevant to my own son.
Yeah, I used to be your son.
What?
Just because you need help now doesn't mean anything. We've already cut ties, remember? We're strangers now. I've been paying off Jerry's other loans up until about a month ago. I've been working hard for that. I've actually loaned him money on other fronts too, not just there.
You're kidding, right? I didn't know that. Why didn't you just tell me, sweetie?
Yeah, that's because I literally didn't tell you, stupid. I mean, to be fair, it's not like you would have believed me even if I did tell you. You'd probably laugh at me or something. I've never had any kind of financial freedom of any sort up until this point. I've never really had any kind of freedom at all. I wasn't even thanked for all of my hard work. I was suddenly chased out of my own house by my very own mother. That's why I decided that I would continue going forward with my life without having anything to do with you at all.
Nothing to do with me? But we're family. I'm your only mother. That should mean something, right? You can't just up and say that we're strangers and actually cut ties completely with family, right? It's impossible.
Actually, it was a lot easier than I thought.
Huh?
I've already moved to a different state, and I'm not gonna tell you where either. Because it makes no sense to tell a stranger where I'd live. Also, I'm planning on changing my contact information too. You know, cell phone, email, etc. I'm never gonna meet you ever again. You're completely cut out of my life, just like you asked for. Needless to say, everything above applies to Jerry as well.
What are you talking about? Don't be saying such stupid things. Your own flesh and blood are in trouble, and you're sitting there whining. You have an obligation to save us.
Actually, I have something to say to you. I've kept a lot of stuff to myself for a long time. Most of the time, actually. I've just held back. But I've decided that from now on, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm done.
What are you talking about?
I've got a certification in my workplace, top scores too. I didn't tell you, but I've got my GED too. I actually got it a few weeks ago. The other day, I was actually promoted, and I was moved to a new department. That's why I was able to move to a different location.
What? Seriously? I thought you were joking. You're seriously not in the city anymore.
Yeah, so I think we really won't ever see each other again. This is actually perfect for me though. It all works out.
Wait, hang on. Seriously, you're going to give me a headache. Please, don't abandon me like this. I apologize for everything up until this point. I will do better, I promise. Come on, let's move back in together and live like we used to back in the day. We can do this, I swear.
No, we can't really. I've actually already found someone I'm gonna marry, so...
What?
Yeah, so I'm gonna cut ties with idiots like you. You're all just trouble for people around you anyway. I think I've done plenty for you as far as being a good kid, right? I even helped my stupid brother, who's just a two-faced idiot, graduate college. I'm not gonna be able to give you anything beyond this, no matter how much you beg. Alright, you guys, have fun, and good luck on your own.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. Mom was wrong, sweetie, I swear. I want you to come back to my house. I really need you. Please, save your own family.
Yeah, we're not family anymore, so I'm gonna give you a nice big no! You're seriously good at this whole pestering thing, aren't you? A father who disappeared after taking out way too many loans for his own good and my brother? Honestly, both of them seem to be a perfect fit for someone like yourself. Alright, like I said before. Good luck on your own. Oh, and you guys have lost all usefulness for me. Actually, you've lost any kind of usefulness for me about 10 years ago. The mom kept contacting Russell no matter how much he declined her calls and ignored her text messages. She just kept begging him for his help and wouldn't let up at all. But apparently he was able to just block her out completely and intentionally left all of her text messages unread, just to spite her. Eventually, though, he did just block her phone number entirely, which made ignoring her all the more easier for him. All her efforts to reach out to him were in vain, as he had already blocked her on every form of contact that she had with him. The loan sharks, however, did keep paying her visits. She was taken somewhere where no one really knew what was going on, and she had lost all hope. She must have felt really stupid believing in the wrong son at the end of the day. But it was little too late. This is what happens when you completely berate someone and try to take advantage of them. Karma is a dish best served cold. Afterwards, no one really knows what happened to her or Jerry, but Russell got married and is living life happily ever after. He learned true freedom and love without the abuse from his annoying family members. Additionally, he's now in the process of building his own family and is loving every second of his life. I'm sure with how hard Russell has been working every day and every night, he'll be able to succeed in everything he tries and will be able to live happily ever after.
Hey there, Hillary. I just saw that you made reservations at my husband's restaurant, but was that a mistake by chance? Or were you just too stupid that you forgot where you were making a reservation at? Rhonda, what are you talking about, and what makes you think that you can talk to me that way this early into a conversation? Well, I'm just saying, you do know that my husband's restaurant is one of the top French restaurants in the whole city, right? And I really don't think it's the kind of place that people of your standing can afford to eat out at. If you must know, we are going out to celebrate our anniversary. That's why we're splurging and chose your husband's restaurant. In fact, we're really looking forward to getting to eat out there since it's so difficult to get reservations in the first place. Wait a second, you mean that you were going to come in to celebrate yours and your husband's wedding anniversary? You were really going to come out to my husband's restaurant to do that? Don't you think that doing something like that to celebrate your anniversary is just a little, I don't know, childish? Not really. How is a dinner date with your husband childish at all? And even if it were, it's not really any of your business how we decide to enjoy our anniversary. And it's even less of your business to even be commenting on it. But you're the ones that are going to be coming to our restaurant, yes? So surely I'm allowed to have feelings about it. Besides, you know that a French restaurant is a very grown-up place, don't you? We can't have children like you and your husband ruining the atmosphere for everyone. Well, thankfully there won't be any children there anyways. My parents were going to watch our kids while we go out. So this was just going to be a date for the two of us, so you can rest easy knowing that no children are going to be there while we're at your restaurant. Wow, you mean you even went so far as to find sitters for your silly little date? But can you really even call yourself a mother if that's how you treat your kids? You just slough off having to watch them so that you and your husband can pretend that you two are kids again? Is that really what you think a good parent does? Rhonda, I think that you are acting absolutely ridiculous right now. I mean, what are you even complaining about at this point? The fact of the matter is that we called to make a reservation and the restaurant accepted it. I really don't see what the point is in dragging out the topic any longer than that. It's already done. More importantly, like I said, this really doesn't have anything to do with you anyways, so I would appreciate it if you could just mind your own business. You really have some nerve talking to me like that. Don't you know who I am, after all? I think that you're the wife of the person who actually owns the business that you're talking about. So I don't really see why you think you can tell my husband and I where we can or can't eat. So if you could just let my husband and I enjoy our anniversary in peace, that would be greatly appreciated. It's just really sad. I can't help but feel bad for you. I mean, I know how poor you and your husband really are. I bet that even if you two could eat at our place, that you would only order the cheapest things on the menu and then leave without even leaving a tip for the waitstaff. Why are you being like this, Rhonda? There is no need to be this rude, you know? And we are more than able to afford eating at your restaurant, thank you very much. I don't know where you got the idea that my husband and I were poor, but it simply isn't true at all. What are you talking about? Of course you're poor. I mean, I've seen the way that your son dresses. He only owns one shirt, and don't even get me started on talking about your fashion sense. They aren't rags, it's just that our son really likes that character from his show, so we bought him multiples of the same shirt. You sure do have a lot of excuses ready to go, don't you? You know that you don't have to lie to me, though, right? I am seriously getting sick of you, Rhonda. You need to stop making so many assumptions about my family. And I don't need you speaking bad about my husband or son either, do you understand? We are literally giving your business our money, and you still have the gall to insult me?
Did you really think that we were going to let you into my restaurant when you pulled up in a piece of junk car like that? I don't ever want to see you come near my shop again.
Is this Marcus? As in Rhonda's husband, Marcus? You have really got some nerve kicking my husband and I out of your place like that. Do you know that? But I guess you are the owner after all, aren't you?
That's right. That's why I had to throw you out of my restaurant like scraps to get tossed into the dumpster at the end of the day. After all, my business is my reputation, and I can't have people like you and your husband ruining it.
Well, you should know that Rhonda and I know each other, although I can't exactly say that her and I are good friends at all. But something tells me that you already knew that, and that's why you did what you did.
I don't care about who you know. It doesn't matter to me.
But then, I don't get it. If you didn't kick us out to make your wife happy, then why did you do it?
It is like I already told you. I have to protect my restaurant's reputation, and that means that I can't have any grubby little pores like you running around and ruining people's appetite. Folks like you shouldn't even be allowed to sit down and eat anywhere if you ask me.
Do you really hate people that are less well off than you that much? I know that your restaurant has a reputation of being really fancy, but I think it's just incredibly rude for you to be treating us this way. How can you kick out paying customers who didn't do anything wrong? What kind of business does that? Do you really think that treating your customers like that is going to protect the reputation of your business?
I think that kicking you out is the best possible thing I could have done to keep my real customers happy. Besides, it's clear that if I let you eat, that you wouldn't have been able to pay for anything in the end. You would have just caused a big scene, wouldn't you?
Do you mind telling me just why you think it's okay to look down on my husband and I like this when you don't even know who we are? I would have hoped that we could at least talk about this like adults.
If you think that you're worthy of being treated like that at all from me, then you are sorely mistaken. Ha 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 ha.
And just what makes you say that? What makes you think that you know anything about my husband and I?
Oh, I saw all that I needed to do when your clunker pulled into my parking lot. That told me that all I needed to know about you two.
And tell me, is this a restaurant policy of yours? Because when we did pull in, we didn't see any signs about being judged by what kind of car we would be in. And if you must know, we were in that car because my husband and I were coming to your restaurant straight from work. But what I want to know is where you had specified the kinds of cars that were or weren't allowed to come to your restaurant. Because you can't just make up rules that the customers would have no idea about.
I am getting sick and tired of listening to these poor grumblings. What I want to know from you is why you sought to insult my restaurant by coming in that car of yours. You threw the first stone when you failed to show the proper level of respect to my establishment. Got it?
I'm sorry, but kicking us out is going to be the worst decision that you ever made as a restaurateur. You are finished after this.
Oh yeah? I would have liked to see you try and take me down. You can't do anything to me.
Oh, you're right. I won't be the one taking you down, though. That job will go to my husband. You might want to start looking into another industry because your restaurant, as you know it, is basically done for.
Ha 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 ha. You poor folks really say the craziest things sometimes. Do you know that? What could you or your husband do to affect my restaurant at all?
Well, you do know that my husband manages an important trading company, don't you?
What trading company are you talking about? Have you actually lost your mind or something?
No, I'm being completely serious with you. The fact of the matter is that neither my husband nor I are poor in the slightest.
But that can't be right. You showed up to my restaurant in your crappy little car. Only a poor person would have a car like that.
Well, we got a call from a client saying that they needed some help moving some things, so that's what we were busy doing until our reservation. We went to go and help a client of ours so that we could protect the reputation of our business. Sound familiar? And thankfully, we could do everything we needed with that little truck, so that's what he used.
Oh, come on. You really expect me to believe all that?
I don't care if you don't. The fact of the matter is that it's true. And now my husband is going to make you rue the day that you were born. So prepare to kiss your restaurant goodbye.
I don't care what you say. If you're having to help out your clients yourself, then your company surely can't be that big. You're probably just mid to small size little mom and pop shop that thinks you're far important than you really are.
Do you have any idea what being a trading company even means? We move the goods that keep society flowing. So the French imports that your place relies on to promote itself as authentic, for example, are carried through our freight.
Wait, what? No, that can't be right at all. This is ridiculous.
Are you sure about that? I guess we'll see who is right tomorrow then, won't we? We're going to make you regret the way that you treated us. It's going to be too fun watching you crash and burn.
You really think that you can scare me with these empty threats? I'm not scared of you. I'll never be scared of what some pathetic little person who doesn't understand how the world works has to say to me.
Well, okay then. If you're really still not going to apologize after all I've told you, you'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I hope business goes well for you.
Hey, it's Hillary, right? You need to get in contact with your husband right away. How am I supposed to do business like this, huh?
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to be a little more specific with that. I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, is that any way to speak to someone that you're going to have to beg for help?
You really think that you're going to get away with this? You're going to drive me into the ground at this point.
So I take it that means you haven't gotten some of the shipments of food you need to run your business for the day, right? I did try to warn you that something like this would happen, didn't I?
This isn't a joke, okay? Did you read the message that I sent you? How in the world am I supposed to operate my business like this? I know that this is your doing. You were the one saying all those weird things to me yesterday. But I need the food here now. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to open.
So then you're reaching out to me because you think that I can help you get those supplies that you so desperately need? Because honestly, I don't really feel all that obligated to help you out at all. And my husband feels the same way too.
Are you kidding me? I am being serious here. You can't do this to me.
In fact, we were actually reading some review of your restaurant last night, and while everyone seems to agree that the prices are high, the reviews of the food itself are quite mixed.
You're talking about my restaurant? That can't be right at all. And anyone who thinks that my food isn't good needs to have their tongue medically examined.
Are you sure about that? I suppose I can't exactly say for myself since you kicked my husband and I out of your place before we could make up our minds. After all, that was one of the reasons why we chose to go to your place to begin with.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, I actually wanted to go to a different place for our anniversary, but my husband insisted that we go to your place. We were worried about having to take our children with us at first, and I told my husband that they wouldn't enjoy French food. But then, when my parents said they could watch our kids, there was basically nothing else keeping us from going.
That still doesn't explain anything to me at all. Just tell me why you're doing this to me.
Well, my husband really enjoys eating out at the restaurants that he helps supply food to, though if your character is anything to base your food off of, it must not be that great anyway.
Those two things have nothing to do with one another. You can't just judge my cooking when you haven't even tried it.
Well, I suppose it's far too late to try and remedy that now, right?
No. The problem here is that your husband is trying to hold me and my restaurant hostage right now.
And I'm not sure what any of that has to do with me, personally.
Oh, come on. Surely this has to go against some contract that him and I have had to have signed to do business, right? I order goods and he delivers them. I paid for a service that he isn't providing. Doesn't he know I could sue him for this?
You might have a point there if it weren't for the fact that you've been paying on credit for some time now.
Wait, how do you know about that?
Because the person you do your business with is my husband, not that you even noticed when we were in the restaurant, though. Anyways, my husband told his overseers to stop any shipments to your restaurant until you've cleared your tab with his company. It's either that or you'll have to find a new supplier.
I don't believe it. Your husband would really do that to me?
That's right. But if you'd like to complain about it, I'd rather you direct your complaints to him instead. I can't really do anything, and I certainly don't want to read all your complaints through text.
Well, the only reason I'm reaching out to you is because I don't know how to reach your husband. And just how was I supposed to know he was some big business guy anyways? Besides, he can't just involve our businesses in what is clearly a personal dispute. It's cowardly.
Really? You think that doing something like this is cowardly?
Of course it is. What kind of professional even acts like this? It's just ridiculous.
That's funny because I was thinking the exact same thing yesterday.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, I suppose you've heard a little bit about us from your wife, right?
Well, sure, she talks about you now and then, but I only half pay attention, really.
And I suppose it's probably because of your wife that you think my husband and I are so poor, right? And that's what led to you treating us the way that you did. You didn't treat us like customers, you treated us like garbage.
But I mean, the truck that you guys come in was filthy. How was I supposed to know that you weren't really poor?
I don't know why you think you can guess that much about people's lives just from the car that they drive. But I guess that's all the reason you need to chase us out, though. Now you tell me, is that any way for a professional to act towards his customers? I don't think someone like you even deserves to have a business, personally.
So what? You're really just going to ruin all the hard work I've done because you don't like me?
No, Marcus. What happens next is entirely up to you. If you can find another seller, then you should be able to be back up and running by next week. Otherwise, you can pay the debts that you already owe to my husband. It's entirely in your hands.
Hillary, can you please tell your husband to stop this? I'm begging you.
You mean you want me to talk to him on your behalf?
That's right. If we can't get our supplies in right now, then things are going to be really bad. I don't know how long it's going to take to find a supplier that can get me everything that I need. I don't know how long my restaurant is going to stay open without the food coming in from your husband.
A very interesting proposal, but I think I'm going to pass.
Please, you can't do this to me. I'm really begging you here. I need your help.
And I'm telling you that I don't think I owe you anything after the way that you treated my husband and I. You and your horrible wife. Although I guess I see how you two ended up together now.
Okay, that is it. You could talk bad about me all you want, but you will not talk bad about my wife.
I think I just did. And I was really only being honest. You two really are a good match for each other, it seems. But don't worry, you aren't ever going to see my husband or I in your restaurant ever again. For however long it manages to stay open, that is. Have a nice life after that happens, jerk. After that, Marcus tried desperately to look for a new supplier to bring him the ingredients that he needed to stay open. Meanwhile, the bad reviews of his restaurant continued to gain attention as people wondered why the restaurant was closed on days it would normally be open. And why were they missing so many things from their menu? Needless to say, the restaurant was on its final legs. I heard that Marcus and Rhonda started getting into more and more fights after that, and in the end, they divorced. It was then that Marcus came to my husband begging for his help. But he simply ignored him. Marcus was only going deeper and deeper into debt until he was eventually forced to declare bankruptcy. But I say that he and his wife got exactly what they deserved. As for my husband and I, our lives really didn't change much. We offered special deals with other French restaurants in town who needed similar ingredients as what Marcus normally ordered from us. In this way, we didn't have to let any stock go to waste and were able to divert what Marcus would buy into other customers' businesses. And now, with Marcus's restaurant out of the way, there was actually a flourishing of French places to eat in town. So in a way, Marcus's restaurant failing has now put our town on the map as a hub of French cuisine. I guess it just goes to show you that you should never assume you're too big to fail.
Hey, Mike, it's been a while, but you still remember me, right? Oh, sorry. I don't think I have this number saved. Who are you again? Are you kidding me, man? You don't have my number saved? I knew who you were right away when I saw your face. Anyway, this is Dave from school. You really don't remember me? You've seen me around recently? I really don't think I remember running into you at all. Well, surely you remember me making you my slave in school, right? I mean, I did it all for your sake, of course. You were such a little wimp, so I took you under my wing to toughen you up. But wow, it's been ages since then. So, what have you been up to this whole time? Well, today is our class reunion, isn't it? Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna mention that. So then, you got an invitation to that too? Because you know that you just can't be breaking into this place without an invitation, don't ya? I certainly don't hope that you're not here uninvited. I didn't sneak into anything if that's what you're implying. We're all classmates, so of course I have my invitation. Sorry, is there a point to this conversation, or are we through? Hey, come on, what kind of way is that to talk to such an old friend of yours? I just want to catch up is all. Besides, I don't have anyone else to talk to here, so can't we just put the past behind us and just be friends again? You can start by going out and buying me a pack of cigarettes from the corner store across the street. Your treat, of course. I just want to let you know that I do remember you now, and you really haven't changed at all, have you? And just who the heck do you think you are talking to me like that, huh? I remember back when I had you working for me back in our school days, I used to make you call me sir. So why don't you get back to it, huh? You really think that you're going to make me call you sir? You can't be serious. Listen here, buddy, do you even know what it is that I do for a living? I'm the face of one of the largest firms in our country. But that's just during the day. At night, I just roll with the toughest crowds in the street. Wow, you sound like something straight out of a comic book, to be honest. That's right. If you don't want to end up as just another background character in my story, then you'll check your attitude and do as I say. You really don't want to have me as an enemy. Everyone who's ever gone against me has ended up on their knees begging for their mercy, but I never showed any. So, what do you think? Are you scared right now, shaking in your boots? Yeah, I'm quivering with fear. That's what I thought. If that's the case, then you should go out and buy me those cigs. If you keep on waiting any longer, let's just say that you're gonna be responsible for whatever I do next. You really don't want to have that on your conscience, do you? You have no idea what I'm capable of. Actually, David, how about you just go and buy your own cigs, huh? And quit bugging people at the reunion like this. Did you not just read a single word that I sent you? I told you that you were my slave back when we were students, and you still are! Are you trying to get me to fight you or something? Alright, I guess I have no choice but to go and get them. That's more like it! And next time, just do what I say without arguing, got it?
Hey boss, where did you run off to? The class reunion is still going on and I don't see you anywhere.
Oh yeah, really sorry about that. I just ran out to get some snacks and drinks for everyone.
But I saw that you bought cigarettes too, right? I didn't know that you smoked. And why did you only buy 2 packs?
Tina, did you really see me buy those?
I just don't get it. You don't smoke, so what are you buying those things for? Not only that, but even though we're in the middle of such a fun party, you looked so upset from what I could see through the store window. I can really only think of one explanation for all of this. You're being used as an errand boy by someone, aren't you?
Wow, how did you put all that together? You're like Sherlock Holmes or something.
Well, the answer to that is quite elementary. I guessed it all because you bought 2 packs. Even granting that you had taken up the habit, I guessed that you would still be new to it and would only be buying 1 pack at a time. But if you happened to be sent by someone else to buy them, then it makes more sense that you would buy 2 so you don't get sent to go buy any more. Does that sound about right?
Okay, that's actually just a little bit freaky how you can do that.
I'm curious though, boss. Is it David? You do realize that he belongs to one of our subsidiaries, right? You don't have to take that kind of abuse from him.
I know that, but I would never lower myself just to get some petty revenge on him. And I'm sorry, but just what were you doing outside the corner store that I was in?
Oh, no, that really was just a coincidence. I happened to step outside of the party to get some fresh air and walk around, and I happened to see you walking into the store. But I don't get why you won't fight back against David. You could probably put an end to his antics if you did.
I appreciate the concern, but I would really rather just settle things like this without having to rock the boat too much. Besides, I really don't want to be fighting with someone who works for me at an event like this.
Well, sure, but why does he do this to you? Did something happen while you were both students?
Yeah, David used to boss me around all the time and was always having me do things for him. I had hoped that after all this time he would have matured a bit more, but he really is the same jerk he's always been.
Well, that's all the more reason to just ignore him when he talks to you that way.
I know, but he seems to be comfortable talking about the fact that he's got some friends in pretty low places, and is always threatening to get violent. I don't want that, and I don't want anyone else getting sucked into that. It's just more peaceful to do it this way. I hope this convinces you that I know what I'm doing when it comes to this guy.
Well, I understand the situation a bit more. But are you telling me that you really don't hate David for what he's doing?
It's not that I don't dislike the guy, but we're at a party and I want people to be able to enjoy themselves. I mean it when I say that I have patience to wait this out. Things are gonna be fine, okay?
Well, if you say so, then I guess I won't say any more. But that doesn't mean that I agree with it.
That's okay. I appreciate your understanding. Let's just try and make sure nothing happens to spoil the reunion, okay?
Hey, you jerk! You've got some nerve, you know that? How dare you try and feel up my wife? What the hell is the matter with you?
Feel her up? I wasn't doing anything like that at all. I was just helping her get up the stairs is all.
She was holding onto your arm. I saw it! You really are just scum, you know that? You think my wife isn't able to get up some stairs on her own?
No, it isn't that, but she's pregnant, right? When I came by and offered my arm to her, she said that she was really grateful anyone came along to help her.
I don't care what excuses you have, you laid a hand on my Sandy. You have no idea the kind of enemy that you just made.
Wait, David, please, just talk to your wife and ask her what happened. I'm sure she'll explain everything. I swear that I only helped her climb the stairs, and that was it. Please calm down.
You don't get to tell me to calm down, you homewrecker. I'm not going to let you get away with this. You'll pay. I'll make you pay.
I just can't catch a break with you. Have you actually lost your mind, David? You kicked me. That's assault. Don't you realize what you've done?
Oh shoot, did I leave you alive? I was hoping that after you fell down all those stairs that you at least wouldn't be waking up for a good long while.
You didn't even have the guts to look me in the eye when you attacked. You chose to come at me from behind.
You're saying you don't think I'm tough enough to take you? Just why would I waste any energy on a guy like you who made a pass at my wife?
For the last time, I was only helping her to get up the stairs. I'm sure she's explained what happened to you already, right?
You listen here. I don't want you coming near us ever again, got it? Do it again and there'll be an even worse punishment in store for you. And I won't stop pounding you until you've learned your lesson. Next time you come near my wife, I'll kick your teeth in. I don't care if we go way back, nobody touches my wife but me!
You won't get away with this. I will make you pay.
You wish. I can't believe you, man. Who do you think you are coming to my house, huh? Did you not get enough of me last time?
You said you were friends with criminals, right? Why don't you go ahead and get your gang and come at me?
Wait, what? You mean that you want me to bring my whole crew to come against you solo? You just wait right there, you little punk. Wait, hold on. Are you here with your own crew?
What do you mean? What crew?
I mean, who are all these people that just showed up at my house? What the heck are all these people doing here?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but just come outside. We have lots to talk about what you did yesterday.
There's no way I'm gonna go outside right now. You brought a whole freaking army with you.
An army? These aren't just some random thugs. I've interviewed all these guys.
Interviews? What are you talking about, man? You interviewed all these guys just to come and get your revenge?
Can you calm down already? All these people are employees at my company. I had another employee of mine at the reunion who watched what happened and refused to let this slide.
What kind of company are you running where you have so many buff, scary-looking guys?
Well, I own my own construction company, so I think you understand why I look for people that can handle that kind of work, of course.
But why do you have to bring them all to my house? Why can't you just bring someone from, like, accounting or something?
I really didn't bring these guys with me. But that one employee who saw what you did to me insisted that I have some people with me if I go talk to you. They all came with me of their own volition.
Well, I still can't just walk outside. You need to tell your cronies to get lost or else I'll call the police.
The police? Why would you call them? Why not just call your crew over here? What's that supposed to mean? I mean that you're always talking about how you run with a pretty tough crowd, right? So then don't bother calling the cops, just call your boys and let's settle this. How does that sound? No, I can't do that. I mean, what kind of gangster is gonna run to the police when they have perfectly healthy cronies? Look, all I want to do is have a little talk, and pretend like all the people aren't even here. What kind of Godfather way is that to go about this? You think we can talk like this? I don't want to get my kneecaps broken. Look, just come out here and we'll talk, okay? You can pay for the medical bills or I'll sue you. How does that sound? You can't really expect me to go outside, do you? I can hear some voices coming from inside your house. Is that Sandy? It sounds like the two of you are fighting about something. I told you to keep my wife's name out your freaking mouth! You don't need to concern yourself about anything going on inside here, okay? Well, you can say that all you want, but we are still old classmates, and it's not like she's a total stranger. Oh wait, Sandy's coming out of the house right now. Hey, what the heck are the two of you talking about? Well, she came out to apologize for what you did to me yesterday. This is just sad, David. Your wife has nothing to do with this, and she's coming out and apologizing for you. Oh, she just said she wants to go into town. I wonder where she's going. This is all your fault. You did this. She told me that she was going to her parents' house and she was walking out the door. I think she might be wanting to get a divorce now. You ruined my marriage. And just how is any of this my fault? You were the one who acted like a complete idiot yesterday. Shut up, just shut up! You turned her against me. She was never gonna do this to me until you came along. Oh, give me a break. You know that's not what happened. All I did was help your pregnant wife get up some stairs. And just where were you? Isn't that your job to be there for her? How could you just leave your poor pregnant wife to get around by herself like that? But I had no idea that she was having trouble getting around. But of course if I knew, I would have helped her. I'm not that bad of a husband, right? And just why did you feel the need to kick me down the stairs like that? If you wanted to be a good husband, then the least you could have done was confront me and talk to me like an actual adult. If you get divorced, then you will only have yourself to be blamed. But you used to be my slave! How dare you talk to me like this? If you have something to say about it, then why don't you come out and face me like a man? Call your boys or not, I really don't care anymore. No, I've had enough of this! Just go home! You've already done enough damage already! You don't have any connections to any kind of gangs at all, do you? You just shut up! You know what everyone was talking about behind your back at the reunion, right? They were all saying that you're just a giant man-child. I mean, do you think that anyone really believes you have gang connections? You've never once said the name of the gang or given any specifics. You mean that everyone was really talking about me like that? Of course they were. Are you starting to get the picture about how people really feel about you? Don't you dare talk to me like this, you little punk! You're hated by all your classmates. You drove your own wife away, and now you're going to be fired. How does that make you feel? I assume you've heard of my company, Terra Construction, right? Wait, your company is Terra? But that's the company that my job is working with. That's right, although I know that in your company, you're not really tied to the project in it anyway. But I'm afraid that I still can't abide by working with a company that allows their employees to go around assaulting people. So consider this my way of telling you that you're going to be fired. Wait, no, please, you gotta forgive me! I had no idea that you worked for Terra at all! Sorry, I think you misunderstood. I don't work for Terra Construction, I own and run it. Then please, you have to talk to my company and convince them to keep me on! You're right, I lied about knowing all those gang members, I'm sorry, please forgive me! I'm sorry, but I've already filed my complaint with your work. Begging me won't do anything for you now. You're kidding me! How could you do that?! Anyways, I guess I'll just go home. I've already said what I came here to say to you. Please don't ever contact me again. You jerk! Ugh, I'm in so much pain. What did you do? I really didn't think that you were gonna try and attack me from behind again. And with a metal pipe in your hand, no less. Just what were you gonna try and do to me with that, huh? What do you mean? Just who are you? You know, after we both finished school, I decided that I was tired of being your whipping boy. After graduation, I started taking judo classes as a way to help me build up my self-confidence. Now I actually teach classes in my spare time. I guess you could say that I've gotten pretty good at it. You learned judo because I was bullying you? That's right, and judo has more than prepared me for attacks from behind. I knew that you were coming up from behind me even at the class reunion. You've gotta be kidding me! You're supposed to be a weakling! Oh, I was. I can certainly admit that. In fact, even these days, I never go out looking for excuses to use my judo on people. Unlike you, I don't find joy in acting violently toward people and forcing them to obey me. I guess I just grew up and you didn't.
Fine, you win, okay? I'm so sorry for everything. Now can you please just help me? I was gonna throw you down the stairs again, but now I'm stuck at the bottom. I've fallen and I can't get up!
Oh, maybe you should try calling on your wife for help. Oh, wait. After that, I called the police, reported David's attempted assault, and waited at the top of the stairs where I threw David down for them to arrive. I explained that I acted in self-defense, pointing to the pipe that David was carrying as evidence. We agreed to settle things out of court, and he had to pay quite a bit before I agreed not to sue him. He also ended up divorcing his wife and had to pay her an alimony as well. I can't imagine it was fun having to lose so much money after just being fired from your job. But he can't really blame anyone but himself. Thankfully, I was able to continue my business with David's old company as they agreed to fire him, and our joint project is soon to be completed.
Excuse me, is anybody there? Is this Robbie's wife's phone number? Huh? Robbie? Are you Melissa? I was wondering if you could help me out. I really want you to hurry up and divorce Robbie. I'm tired of waiting. What are you talking about? I don't even know who you are. I'm Robbie's girlfriend, soon to be bride. As soon as you hurry up and divorce him, we can't get married yet because you're still in the way. Robbie says that we can't get married yet because he's stuck with an old woman like you, even though he's always saying that he's already sick and tired of you because you're so old. He really loves me. So I think we deserve to be together, but because of you, we can't. Don't you feel even a little sorry for getting in our way? If you do, then I'd be really, really grateful if you would just disappear. And to be honest, I pity you for having to stay with a husband that doesn't even love you anymore. So it's really for your own sake, too. It'll be better for you and for us if you just get the divorce over and done with. Trust me. That's a rude way to introduce yourself. By Robbie, do you mean my husband Robert? He hates being called by a nickname. Yeah, but he loves it when I call him Robbie. It just shows you how differently he feels about me. Anyway, I need you to hurry up and divorce him. I want to marry Robbie as soon as possible so that I can live in your beautiful mansion. I can't live there unless I'm married to Robbie, and I can't marry him until you divorce him. So, would you get out of my way already? I've been waiting for months for Robbie to ask you for a divorce, and he's been telling me that he's been looking for the right timing, but I'm already sick of waiting. I want to live in that house as soon as possible, so can you make things easier for all of us and just leave? Pretty please? Can you tell me what your name is first? My name is Amelia. It would be great to get to know you, but unfortunately, I'm not interested. I'm only interested in your house and your husband. Why do you need to know my name? Listen, Amelia, can we talk first? I get the feeling from the way you talk that you're pretty young. Can I ask how old you are? Oh, I know, because I am young. Much, much younger than you. But don't worry, I'm not a minor. I've just turned 20 this year. What? You're 20 years old? I'm young, right? You must be so jealous. Don't you think it would be amazing if I could live in a house as great as yours at this age? I wouldn't have to think about paying any loans or stuff like that. Plus, Robbie's gonna be the next CEO at his company, right? I'll never have to work a day in my life. He'll take care of me and we'll live happily ever after. I'll be living the dream, like a celebrity once I marry Robbie. Do you even know how old Robbie is? Are you sure you want to spend the rest of your life with a man that could be your father? Of course I know how old he is. He's 43, right? He's a little older, but that's no problem. I'm going to be able to live easy for the rest of my life. It's so worth it. I want to brag to all my friends about it, so could you chop with the divorce? Oh, it's just one shock after another. I can't believe he was actually cheating on me. But it's hilarious that you assume that it's gonna go that well. What are you talking about? What's so hilarious? Don't worry. You'll find out later. But I'm warning you. You're going to regret marrying him. I feel bad for you. You've been tricked by a man twice your age. You're still so young. I'm sure you could find someone much better for you, you know? Trust me, it might be better for you to give up on Robbie before it's too late. Before you end up biting off more than you can chew. Thank you, but I'm really mature for my age, so I think I can handle your husband pretty well. And I know what I want. I want to hurry up and get married so that I don't have to work. You get me on that point, right? That's the main reason why anyone gets married, really. No. I think there are a lot of other more important reasons, like love. But why should I care about why you want to marry Robbie? More importantly, you should think this through a bit more carefully. This is your life we're talking about. How about your parents? What do they think about this? Have you told them that you're planning on marrying a man that you've been having an affair with? Oh my god! You are so much more annoying than Robbie told me! Just because you're older than me doesn't mean you can treat me like a child, you know? Who cares about what my parents think? This is my life! I'll do whatever I want and get whatever I want, no matter what it takes. So, I'm telling you nicely. Will you please get out of my future husband's house, you boring old woman? It's simple, really. You just have to get some divorce papers and sign on the dotted line. So, would you hurry it up, or do you need someone to help you down the stairs? All right, I'll think about the divorce. After finding out that he's been cheating on me and saying all these things behind my back, I don't feel like I can live with him anymore anyway. But in order to get the divorce over and done with quickly, I'll need your cooperation for some things. If you really want to marry him as soon as possible, I suggest you help me out. What? It sounds like a pain, but fine. What do you want me to do? Can you send me all the things I list in the message below? Did you forget that it's my birthday today? I asked you this morning if you could come home earlier, and you said you would, remember? Where are you? I told you that I had some things I wanted to tell you over dinner. I get that you had to work overtime a lot these last few months, but can't you at least make it home for my birthday?
No, it was your birthday? I completely forgot. To be honest, I don't even care anymore. I don't have anything to say to you. But I do have a surprise for you. It's a present for your 45th birthday.
What? Really? I told you you didn't have to get me anything. I thought I made it clear that I didn't want anything from you.
That's really no problem. It didn't cost me anything. You'll really be surprised when you hear what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing your reaction. For your birthday, I'm going to be giving you back your maiden name.
What's that supposed to mean?
I've already filed the divorce papers and we're officially divorced. In other words, your present is your maiden name. Now, this may be really sudden, but I'm planning on getting remarried to this girl that I've fallen in love with. She's much younger and prettier than you, so I'm going to be a very happy man. I don't need you anymore, so I'm changing you out for a newer model. Which means that you'll have to leave my house. You're in the way of me and my new wife's happy life, so get out.
Seriously? You've already given in the divorce papers on my birthday? I have to praise you for how bold you are. I can't believe you'd actually file the papers without telling me.
What's so hard to believe? You can't think that you actually stand any chance of winning against a younger, better-looking girl. Of course I'd want to leave you after you got this old. I can't even see you as a woman anymore. You look nothing like you used to. Now you're 45 years old. You don't even count as a woman. You don't have any right to call yourself a woman anymore. Women are only women if they're young and beautiful.
Did you know? Humans all age.
There's no such thing as eternal youth. People can try and avoid looking older for as long as possible using all sorts of makeup and things nowadays, but you have to embrace the age you've become. I hear that the woman you're planning to marry is still 20, but in 20 years, she'll be 42. She's going to age as well, and I don't even know what she looks like now, but she's not going to look the same, that's for sure. Do you understand that? What are you going to do then? Find another woman that's half your age? But I wonder if any woman that young with any self-respect will want a 60-year-old grandpa that thinks like you do.
Huh? Why do you know how old she is? How do you know about her? This is the first time I've mentioned her to you.
Do you realize you're currently 43 years old? You're already an old man yourself. Aren't you embarrassed to have laid hands on a girl that could be your daughter and tricked her into marrying you?
I haven't tricked her into anything. We're in love, and age doesn't matter when it comes to love. But it was clearly a mistake for me having to marry an older woman like you. Over the years, you've lost all the youth and beauty that you used to have. Such a shame. I used to think that older women were great, but looking back, I was an idiot. There's nothing good about them at all. No matter how you look at it, younger women are much, much better. In every single way.
You're going to regret this if you think that choosing women based on their age and looks is a good idea. If you choose someone for their looks, you'll find out soon enough that they've only chosen you for something equally superficial as well. But it's not like that matters to me at all. It's got nothing to do with me anymore. You'll have to learn your lesson the hard way. I was shocked to hear that you'd filed the divorce papers without telling me, but I guess it doesn't make any difference when and how they're filed. It's not like I wanted us to stay together anyway. But now that it's been made final, you can't come begging me for help when something happens. You'll have to deal with everything by yourself.
Why would I have any problems? I'm going to marry a woman that's 20 years old. Things are going to be much better from now on. I can't take living with an old woman like you anymore. Would you hurry up and just get out? You can go live in a care home for the elderly or something.
You're kicking me out? Really? You can look down on me all you want, but I'm warning you. Things aren't going to work out the way you're expecting them to. Haven't you realized that you're misunderstood about something very important?
What are you talking about? I'm not misunderstood about anything. We're divorced, so I'm taking my home for me and my new wife. If you're at home, then you should just hurry up and get all your things before I get home, or I'll have to throw it all in the trash. Are you trying to buy our time so you can convince me to take you back? Because I'm afraid that is not happening. I'm looking forward to my new life. There's no way I'd want someone like you. You're just gonna embarrass yourself if you start begging, so I guess that you should just give up and accept reality. You lost, now get out!
You're the one that's embarrassing himself. Do you know who this house belongs to? I'm surprised you didn't think about that before you promised your girlfriend that you'd be living here together.
Alright, I understand that this is all really sudden for you, and you're having a hard time accepting that this is happening. You don't want to let go of me because you still love me, but there's no point in trying to get me back. I've already thought all of this through. Personally, I think I'm a genius for coming up with this plan. With the snap of my fingers, you've become the divorced old woman that lost everything she had to a younger woman. And I'm going to be taking everything from you. I'll be living in a mansion with my new young wife, and before long I'll take over as CEO of my company. I have that life that everyone dreams of, but only a few can actually fulfill. Life really is strange, don't you think? To think that it can change so much in just a few hours.
Why are you getting all philosophical? You're not going to get any of that. If anyone's life is going to change for the worse, it's yours.
No, don't be like that, Melissa. I'm sorry that I turned your 45th birthday into the day that you got divorced, but it's really not my fault. That's just how life works. You have to understand anyone would choose a younger woman over a 45-year-old hag if they had the chance. So for the last time, will you please get out of my house?
Fine. If that's what you want, I wish you all the happiness with your new wife.
Finally, I was wondering when you'd give in and accept that you're just not good enough.
I'm glad you seem so delighted, but things aren't going to work out that easily. To be honest, I'm extremely happy that things have worked out in my favor.
I don't understand. Why are you so happy? How is any of this in your favor? You're not working and you don't have any savings of your own. How are you going to make it without me? You've lost everything. You should be a little more worried about what you're gonna do from now on. Or are you still just so shocked that you don't even know what to do? Not like it matters to me. I don't have to bother myself with an old woman like you anymore. I'm gonna go and live a happy life from now on with my beloved new wife.
Yes, I hope you are very happy together, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer. Though, I wonder if she'll be happy to promise that.
Why do you have to say it like that? If you have something to say, then why don't you just come out and say it? There's no need to be sarcastic.
Well, I already asked you earlier, but let me ask you again. Do you know whose name this house is under?
What do you mean?
You seem really excited about being able to divorce me and spend your new marriage living in this house. But do you even know who this house belongs to? You don't, so let me make it easier for you to understand. This house is under my name. So, would you please hurry up and remove your things before I throw them out in the trash?
Hey, wait a minute, your house? What are you talking about? Are you delusional or something? There's no way it could be your house. You don't even have a job. How could you be the owner of this house? That's impossible. Don't you understand something as simple as that? You really must be desperate to do anything to keep a hold of the house since you don't even get work. Well, I've got bad news for you. It's not yours, so get out. Do you understand? Get out!
You can insult me all you like, but it's the truth. It's my house. You're not being serious, are you? I won't let you say that you didn't know that it wasn't my property. Don't you remember just how much you actually owe me and my family? You do know who bought this house, don't you?
Oh crap, I just remembered. It was your dad.
Exactly. You didn't even try to keep up with the monthly payments to my dad, making excuses about how things were tight with money, and I believed you too. But now I know about your girlfriend and all the things you were up to behind my back. I know now that was a lie too. You just weren't bothered to pay my dad back and have been practically living in this lovely house for free. This property was bought for us by my dad. In other words, we're only living here because my dad allowed us to stay in this house. He was kind enough to give you leeway and time to pay him back, but you literally cheated your way out of it. Well, since I'm his daughter, the contract states that the property is in my name, so it's my right to tell you to get out.
Yeah, that may be true, but you don't need this house, do you? Especially not a house this big. It's a waste for you to live here by yourself, and I doubt you'll find anyone who will want to marry an old woman like you, so you really will be living here by yourself until you die. You should give it to me, since I'll be living here with my new wife. We'll put it to good use. I have a right to it too. I've been living here for over 10 years. You should just give it to me.
No, I refuse to let you take my house from me. I'm keeping it.
Why won't you let me have it? I won't ask for anything else. You can think of it as a settlement, yeah.
Why should I have to give it up to you? I have no obligation to give you anything. You're the one that was cheating on me and filed the divorce papers without warning me. You're the one that owes me compensation and should be settling alimony payments. Trust me when I say that I will be taking this to court to make sure I get everything I deserve after all the years I've supported you. I am not at fault at all in this situation, so why should I give you my house after everything you've taken from me? You must be stupid if you think that you're owed anything. Go ahead and ask anyone you know if I'm the one that's being difficult. I'm pretty sure that they'll all agree with me that you're the one that should be handing over anything and everything you have.
So, what, you're seriously going to kick me out of the house?
I'm certainly not going to let you live here with me anymore. That girlfriend of yours seemed to be more interested in the house and the lifestyle you were promising her rather than you yourself. So I'm looking forward to what will happen when she finds out that you won't be living here after you get married. But I imagine that you won't even have the chance to get your tux on before she runs away. The second you tell her that this house doesn't belong to you, she'll lose all interest and go hunting for her next prey. Too bad for you. I really do pity you.
What did you just say? There's no way that'll happen. In that case, I don't even need the house. Even if we can't live in this mansion, Amelia and I still love each other. We'll be happy no matter where we live. She loves me for who I am, not for what I can give her. Besides, I have money, so I can always just buy another house if that's what Amelia wants. I'll get her a better house, and have an interior designer set up the house exactly the way that she wants it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make her happier than giving her a house that's already been lived in by an old woman like you.
Is that so? All right, do your best. I hope everything goes the way you imagine it will, though I highly doubt it.
I don't need you to cheer me on. I can easily make Amelia happy.
Really? Even if you don't have a job? Do you really think you can buy a house without a stable income?
What? What are you talking about? I already have a job, but I don't have to worry about my salary.
Oh, you do right now. But I imagine that it'll be hard for a 43-year-old man to find a new job in a completely different profession to the one you've been working in up until now. I wonder if you really will be able to get enough income to buy something as expensive and high maintenance as a house. I think that's a bit worrying.
What are you on about? Why would I have to get a new job? I don't plan on resigning from my current position. I'm going to be the next CEO. Why would I resign and give up such a great chance to be at the top of my company?
It looks like you've conveniently forgotten that you got that job in the company thanks to me introducing you to my dad. He managed to get you a position because he owned the company. It wasn't because you passed the interview on your own merit, you know.
What? So what? Well, that doesn't mean that I'm going to lose the job I have now.
No, it means there's no reason to keep you on. You're going to get fired. So how do you plan on buying a house?
What are you talking about? Of course they can't fire me. They need me. They need someone to take over the business. Your dad's already retired and they don't have any other candidates. So I'm going to become the next CEO. Why would they risk running the business ashore just by getting rid of the person who's supposed to be in charge next?
You got this job thanks to your connections. Nothing will change that. Even after he retired, he got you that job. He can still remove you from that position. He was one of the founding members of the company, so he still has more than enough power and influence over the decisions made in the company. It'll be easy for him to get rid of an employee that will, if anything, be the cause of ruining the company's reputation if it's found out that you were having an affair. I've already notified him of everything, including the fact that you were cheating on me, and he's not pleased at all.
You didn't? You told him?
It looks like you're gonna get fired after all, so I suggest you refrain from doing anything irresponsible like buying a house when you don't have enough money to do so.
Stop messing around, Melissa. Am I really going to get fired? They can't actually do that, can they? What's going to happen to me? Your dad can't still have that much influence. It's already been years since he's retired, and the current board wouldn't get rid of me that easily. It was decided when I started working at that company that I would be employed to one day become the CEO when I was ready. They can't just take that away from me.
That was only because you were my husband and happened to have experience in this field of work. But even if you don't become CEO, my little brother's waiting in the wings to take over. And think about it. Why do you think you still haven't become the CEO after all these years of working for the company? It's because they haven't yet decided that you're ready to take over. I guess you got lazy once you thought that you would one day automatically become CEO and haven't been putting any effort into your work. As for me, I've been helping out with managing the real estate my dad's been purchasing, so I actually do have my own income. I've been doing what I can to help the family business in my own way. But you're the only one who hasn't been pulling his own weight. And you have the gall to think that this company needs you? Don't make me laugh. My brother's experience in this profession is much less than yours, but he's showing a lot more promise. I'm sure he'll make a great CEO.
What are you talking about? I'm the one that's going to become CEO, not your incompetent little brother. You seriously can't be telling me that I'm going to be kicked out of my own home and my company. Is this all your revenge because I filed the divorce papers without telling you? Because this is going too far! Did you forget that I've been taking care of you this entire time that we've been together? But this is how you repay me? Don't you understand the concept of separating on good terms? Because you've completely wrecked it.
I've been thinking about divorce since before you brought it up to me a few days ago. I know the reason why now, but I had been bothered by how distant you'd been these last few months. I had a feeling that we wouldn't last for any longer, and I wanted us to part as friends. That was until your girlfriend messaged me.
What? Amelia contacted you? When?
The evening you told me you wanted a divorce. It seems she hadn't heard from you that you had already given me the divorce papers and started insisting that I hurry up and let you go. Apparently, she had taken a look at your contacts and took my phone number down when you weren't looking. I had accepted internally that the divorce was because we had grown apart over the years, so I was shocked when I had found out that you had been cheating on me, and with a 20-year-old. If I didn't know about Amelia, maybe I would have been much more willing to end this marriage on good terms, but not anymore. I'm going to take what I can from this divorce, because all you've done is take advantage of my dad and I, and then humiliated me by choosing some gold digger over me. There's no going back now.
What do you mean there's no going back?
I mean, you've already filed the divorce papers, so the battle has already begun. And thanks to Amelia's cooperation, I have proof of your affair.
What? You have proof? What did she send you?
Photographs of the two of you together. Definitive evidence of your relationship, which will come in handy when we go to court. She even sent me screenshots of your disgusting conversations online. I don't know if it's because she wanted to prove how much more you love her than you love me, but she sent me everything I asked her for. Strangely, it makes it difficult for me to actually hate her. I just pity how stupidly naive she is. That must be why it was so easy for you to deceive her into thinking that you could give her everything. It's a shame that she is going to waste her precious 20s with a piece of crap like you. She should run away as fast as she possibly can. I did warn her, but all she would talk about was the house and all the brand items she was going to get you to buy her. It was very obvious that the material wealth she'd gained was all she was thinking about.
You're lying. Amelia loves me. You're just jealous because I found true love. You don't even understand that what we have together is real.
Grow up, Robert. Take a good look at reality. She's only with you because she thinks that you're going to be living in this house and believes that you're going to be CEO. Anyway, I've already warned you, so what you do with that information is up to you. I'll give you your divorce, but I'm going to take what I can in compensation and alimony. I've already hired a lawyer and shown them the proof that I got from Amelia. They say it looks very promising and assure me that we'll have a winning chance in court. That's actually what I wanted to talk about today. But you still haven't come home, so it's fine. You don't have to come back.
Really? I didn't know that. I would have come home sooner if I knew that you wanted to talk about the divorce.
Well, I didn't expect you to file the divorce papers without telling me. But to be honest, it probably worked out better this way. If you had realized what would happen to the house and your job before you filed them, you probably would have made a fuss and refused to go through with it. You actually saved me a lot of trouble for once. Oh, before I forget, I should probably warn you that if you're thinking about getting a job in the same profession, it's not gonna work. You'll have to start over in a completely different field.
What? You're not even going to give me a chance to find another job?
Thanks to my dad, it'll be impossible for you to pass any interview at any business that has connection to my dad's company.
You can't be serious. You're already taking everything from me in the divorce, and now you're going to ruin my prospects of getting a job? I've been working in this profession for over 15 years, since before I married you. And I spent the last few years working in your dad's company because they needed me. What am I supposed to do from now on?
How should I know? Maybe you should have worked a little harder even after you were promised the position of CEO. And maybe if you weren't so irresponsible with your payments to my dad, and if you hadn't cheated on me, none of this would have ever happened. You're just going to have to start from square one and find a job in a completely different field. Good luck.
Good luck? Don't talk to me as though this has nothing to do with you. This is all your fault. You're the reason why my life is falling apart right now. You can change everything if you just tell my dad to give me my job back.
My fault? Do you really believe that? If you do, then it just shows that there's no hope for you. It's all your own responsibility. Even if I didn't find out about you cheating on me, your passive attitude towards work was reason enough for my dad to want you out of his company. But it is true that the affair was the final straw. My dad would have never let you get away with cheating on me. In the end, it was because you couldn't control your girlfriend and stop her from bragging to me. If you really wanted us to divorce on good terms, you should have kept her on a short leash. Or rather, you should have kept yourself on a short leash and not cheated on me in the first place, you dumbass. I don't even want to look at your face, so don't come back here. If you want your stuff, I'll have it all sent to your girlfriend's place. Don't ever show up here again. If you want something, go through my lawyer.
Wait, Melissa, please! Are you really being serious? You're just saying all this to scare me, right? I learned my lesson. I was wrong, it was completely my fault. I'll never do anything to betray you ever again, so please don't kick me out. I still love you after all. The thing I had with Amelia was just a fling. I mean, come on, I was never actually in love with her. Of course I'd never be able to love anyone other than you. Please.
I thought that you said you'd found true love. It's funny how quickly you changed your mind. But too bad. I'm not interested in getting back together just so you can take advantage of me and my dad again. I won't ask you to pay for the house. So please pay up in compensation. I hope you enjoy the rest of your life with your young, pretty little girlfriend. Though I doubt a girl like her will stick around for much longer if you're an old, homeless, and unemployed. After speaking to her father about her husband's affair, and informing him that Robert had forgotten about how he owed them for his job in his home, Melissa's father had Robert removed from his company, and made it known to his associates that he didn't recommend Robert for employment. That made it difficult for Robert to find any jobs in the same profession, and he had nowhere to turn after Melissa changed the locks on their front door. He would really have to start from square one in a field that he was unfamiliar with. And it would probably be a while before he would be earning enough to buy his own house, let alone a house that would please Amelia. Amelia herself was still living at her parents' house, so she was furious when all his stuff was sent to her address. When she found out that she wouldn't be able to move out of her parents and live in a mansion, her lovey-dovey attitude towards Robert changed by 180 degrees, and she began to call him a dirty old man and told him to never call her again. Just like Melissa had anticipated, Robert was thrown away by Amelia in a matter of days, and he really was left with nothing. It seems that the true love he was talking about wasn't so true after all. In the end, he couldn't find another job, and when he went to ask his parents for help, they refused to help him, telling him that he had humiliated them by behaving so selfishly. He couldn't even ask them if he could stay with them, and really did end up becoming homeless. Apparently he's in despair after losing his home, wife, girlfriend, and his job, but he's only got himself to blame, since none of this would have ever happened if he had treated his wife with the respect she was due. Everything that happened to him was pure karma, so let's hope that he can reflect on his actions and do better in the future.